Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now working on all speakers, all towers, so I will go through again the times for today.
Okay, now, all the way from God's wonderful country. You're going to walk back after, yes, over the Severn Bridge as well. Out to be the old bridge, a small Holden in Blaenavon in South Wales, and it's still used every year. Dates from 1950. Owned by that beautifully restored Nuffield Universal. That's the is that the M4? The later diesel versions. 1957 International McCormick B250 coming past, owned by Gerald Webber from Glastonbury. Useful link box on the back there. You can carry. David Brown Thresher, aircraft haulage, and Bertram Mills Circus also used them for moving their wagons. That refers to the Powertake man, and that was the name, the colour, of course, of his 550, the Massey Ferguson 550, owned by Alan Clapp of Exeter. Alan built a perfect miniature of the 550, and quite a rare sight because you don't see all that many miniature versions of tractors. One of our McCormick Internationals, and this is the B414. Owned by Ken G.
Alice Chalmers model built by the company in Britain, and it's owned by Timothy Oskin from St Buryan, Penzance, probably one of our furthest travelled exhibitors in the tractor section this year. Dates from 1960, and it's similar to the first tractor his father ever owned, and it's fitted with a Ford Thames Trader 6-cylinder engine that was fitted in the 60s. Approximately 100 horsepower, originally from Essex, and it was purchased by the President.
It was marketed as the Fortune Major's little brother.
What are you doing?
Number 48, coming towards me. Nicely restored with the focus of 2-barrel loud on that. Horse diesel range. Another 33 F20 diesel version. The produced particularly after the Second World War. How the tractor developed. The tractor, as we know it, originally developed from the 1970s, Ford Model F, which predecessor to the Ford Standard tractor. Even the ones you meet on the road now, they have an ever involved tractor building. State model seat drill, they feed the information into the seat drill, unless it drives into an electricity pilot and videos worked on the stick. Absolutely. Well, no, maybe a couple of trucks. There's a lot of them around. Tractor. No why, but that's too short. Drivers very often have stopping cases, but in your case, these drivers back on. Here's the high area. Lovely tractor. I always like to next to 130, yeah. Again, Timber, the Vintage Show, Wall Farm, I mentioned that, maybe there as well. Well, there we go. July, I see they got the Adams Axle in there now, and Funfair and everything else, all the tackle with those there. Motorcycle stuff display.
This illustrated is made by a company called Brian Donkey, and it's got chain drive, and as I said, steam engine in there with vertical boiler. Is to go away from home, and Ford Brothers from Cheddar, and it was in their company colours of grey and it's afternoon now, isn't it? David Holden, 47. Oh, I was only 20 years out, Dave. But it worked on the Sentinels. Incidentally, they built their wagons at the Sentinel Wagon Whaley Steels in Sheffield, and in fact their wagons were very hard work. 1920 that was built, and you see it's got the water tank under the wheels for waiting very the Andy Williams national or the county bird, and 3 other people, and myself up in the morning, still travelling at 10. Food? What was food? We got food as and when we could get it, but it was, as somebody said to me, you've got to do it, it'll be a lifetime experience, and it was. And as you can imagine, after 2 weeks on the road together with serial numbers and registration numbers, and Alec Chambers bought this in, I think it was 1967, and he bought it from the county, from a quarry, drove it back home. If you unusual, yeah, Bob and Jill, afternoon to you. This is Bob's Super Sentinel wagon, Class A tractor coming along here now, built in 1912, owned by the Glidden brothers, Chris and Rob Glidden from Devon, and holding a trailer for, well, advertising the World of Country Life at Exmouth and Devon. If you're ever down that way, go and visit the World of Country Life, well worth seeing. They've got a good collection of engines, tractors. That's the little Tarsies that were based at Hunslet in Leeds alongside McLaren and Fowler, and this is a miniature version of one of their wagons, which are not too common. All that many of them have not survived. Good afternoon, Colin. She let you have it again, has she? And then passing me another miniature version of a C-type Holden and a memorial run, which I think was from Whitley near Oxford down to the Great Dorset Steam Fair. And I can tell you, a lot of them do travel. A certain McLaren sitting not far from me goes like the proverbial flappers and very fast for their size. So there we are. Beautiful lineup there, all sorts, all types. We've got everything from the big, well, the biggest probably is call for the fire appliance drivers, I'm sure you can do better than that. Now, there are a lot of people walking around, there are a lot of children around. Please, there is. Way out, Gordon Bill on the end there. Lead the cavalcade. There we are. That's Yeovil doing out there now with the Royal Harwich. Based on that, gather on
someone that's lost their little girl, if the parents come or the guardians come to the commentary box, please. We called for Mum or Dad, don't worry. Yeah, the parents of little Evie, we've got her here at the commentary box.
Very distinctive design, that man's wagon.
Well, Evie's found her mum.
But so Terry Fry. Stuart Barnes with the Burrell, big single-cylinder Burrell, and the steam is used first of all in a high-pressure cylinder, and then again in a low-pressure cylinder, which makes better use of the steam. Shaft and so on is contained in a sump or oil bath, and there are very few rollers of that type in survival now, or have survived. Not for driving the big rides, obviously, but very often for providing light to country. They hauled the rides to the fairground. In the case of the Scenic, that they had the crane fitted on the back. The crane was called the Feast crane. I used to think it was because it was designed by Mr. Feast. It wasn't. It was because in the north of England they called the fairs the Feast. The limit for a steam tractor was 3 tons, but then it was increased to 5 and then 7. And there's she normally drives little Olga, the little tractor. She's driving the Bowden today. For many years, any vehicles over 7 tons were limited to 20 miles an hour. Then there's the Fowler roller. Rolling and demolition contractor Dorset. That might be a tongue-in-cheek remark, but I'm not going to say any more about it. And then there's the other ex-Bunkum roller. Loader family, of course, operated a number of engines over many years. Because it's been sitting, they've probably fired up a little bit, and that pull air through the fire. There's the Garrett 4CD tractor. You notice the large letter G on the front, G for Garrett, obviously. That's all the way up from Cornwall. In fact, I was down in Cornwall last weekend at Trevithick Day down at Camborne. Earl of Eldon just gone by. 50 to 250 pounds per square inch. On skate.